In the introduction to Chapter 6, we learned that the study of probability begins with understanding the two basic classifications of a random variable, discrete and continuous. In order to apply the correct formula for solving a probability question, one must be able to know whether the variable of interest is discrete or continuous. In Chapter 6, we explored the commonly used discrete probability distributions. In this chapter, we're going to investigate the commonly occurring continuous probability distributions, namely the uniform and normal distributions. We explore examples demonstrating situations involving these two continuous probability distributions. Understanding the basic concepts involving the normal distribution is perhaps one of the most critical foundations in the study of statistics, because this distribution is applied in most of the chapters in this textbook. Needless to say, we strongly encourage you to understand the basic concepts involving this probability distribution, since you will find it useful for much of the text. Our learning objectives for this chapter include understanding the difference between discrete and continuous distributions, learning how to compute the mean and the standard deviation for a uniform distribution and a normal distribution, and how to compute probabilities using these two distributions. We will also learn the characteristics of the normal probability distribution and calculate z-values. The uniform probability distribution may be the simplest distribution for a continuous random variable. It's rectangular in shape and is defined by the minimum and maximum values. The area within this rectangular distribution is equivalent to the probability. Computing this probability uses the formula 1 divided by a minus b, where b is the larger number and a is the smaller number. The mean of a uniform distribution is located in the middle of the interval between the minimum and the maximum values. It is computed by dividing the sum of the highest and lowest values of the distribution by 2. In other words, it is the average of the highest and lowest values of the distribution. The standard deviation describes the dispersion of a distribution. In the uniform distribution, the standard deviation is also related to the interval between the maximum and minimum values. It is computed by first squaring the difference between the highest and lowest values of the distribution, dividing the squared difference by 12, and then getting the square root of the resulting value. For the uniform distribution, the height of the rectangle is the probability of x, which is obtained by dividing 1 by the difference between the highest and lowest values of the distribution. The length or base of the distribution is b minus a.